Let's move on and take a look at the technicals this morning. Thomas Nagel joins us. He's a trader at Equinet. Thomas, very good morning to you. Let's pull up a chart on the Dow Jones Transports. Of course, always closely scrutinised for broader trends for the market. What do you see?
Yeah, morning, Jeff here from Frankfurt. Do you remember 2 weeks ago we spoke about this index, this Dow Jones Transportation Index, and you know, as based on the Dow theory, this index is really the leading index in the United States. And do you remember I spoke about this shoulder-head-shoulder formation about the last 2 years, and the really good chance that we see a cancellation of this shoulder-head-shoulder, possible this negative shoulder-head-shoulder formation. And Jeff, here we are. The index reached a 4242 level, and now we are dancing around this level, and the index have to find a decision here if we see a break, an upside break, and the cancellation of this formation, or if we see a retest of 4690. As long as we are above of this 4690 level, I think the cancellation will be in play, and in my opinion, it's a really, really big, strong buy signal for the whole US market. Of course, if you see the lower graph, the relative performance against the S&P 500, and you see the strength of this index, and if this strength is going on, I think we have good times for the US markets.
Can we continue to see higher oil prices and an equity market rally?
That's a good question. In my opinion, crude oil is playing something like an overshooting process. We know the real price of crude oil will not be reflected by the real demand. Of course, a lot of speculations here inside of this market. We see this acceleration within the last weeks and last months, but same time the relative performance against the S&P 500 is losing momentum, and in my opinion that's the first sign for weakness of this crude oil price. Best case we can reach 130, 136.50, but if you see a break of 120, 122, I think this bubble will burst, and the first support targets are around of 110 level.
Let's move you on. Let's take a quick look at the Dow Jones Insurance sector. Why have you pulled this chart up for us?
Yeah, I think this index looks really, really interesting because the financials, the insurers are the biggest loser within the last months, and this index here formed something like a triple bottom in the first quarter of this year. You can see it with the 3 lows around of the level of 204, but now within the last 6-8 weeks the index is fighting with its downtrend, and if you see a break of this downtrend, and of course a break of this level 22A and 233, I think we have a really good chance for an acceleration on the upside with a target of 257. That means 10% higher. The relative performance in this moment is really in a flat situation, but if you see a break of the downtrend too, I think we will this relative performance will support the above positive scenario.
All right, Thomas, thank you very much for running us through the charts. Thomas Nagel, a trader at Equinet. Policymakers